repousser, il pouvait la semaine prochaine, mais c'était chaud les horaires. Parce que c'était soit le matin à 8h30, 11h30, un truc comme ça. Mais si tu dois m'emmener quelque part, je suis coincée. Et l'après-midi, c'était 13h30, 16h30. Donc imagine qu'il arrive à 16h25, mais il faut une demi-heure pour faire le changement. C'était chaud pour l'école. Donc du coup, on a repoussé au 11 avril, comme ça c'est pendant les vacances.
Ah bah nickel.
Donc 13h30, 16h30. Il met 30 minutes pour changer le compteur. Et il faudra pas lancer de machine, tout ça.
C'est tout bien. Parfait. Pas le 11. Faut que j'aille mettre du bois dans mon feu. Je reviens. Salut Denise. Yes, horses. I painted few skin horses this morning already. I started basic like this one, it's all black. We can't really see it right now but yeah, there is more interesting one like this one, and have more sample colors like this one. Have this one that I like as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised to see how fun it is actually. Look at this one. This one is looks strange without the other colors, but I guess when the color of the equipment will be there, will looks less strange. But I finished. Yes and no. I finished the skin. When I'll be done with the skin, I have one more left to do because there are 10 of them. I will have to paint all the equipment that they have in their bags, and then I'll be done with that. So I guess, in the end of the day, I'll finish the horses, which would be a good thing because next week I have to paint the riders of those horses. Okay, now what's the color of the... I'm gonna do it. How are you doing today? Are you done with work? Or are you sneaking during work? Yes, of course I will add some grass on the ground, like for the same way that I do with those little guys. Even little rocks maybe, because the base is a little bit bigger than the guy on foot. It's a level 2 base. I didn't originally have anything to do today, but some paperwork arrived, so I'm sneaking now, but soon it will be finished. Very little left, and I will happily continue my rulebook drawing attempt. Oh yeah, cool. I'm probably gonna keep working until around 4, and then I will finish them up this evening during the classic Thursday evening stream. And who knows, maybe I will paint, if I finish the horses before the end of my stream, maybe I will paint some orcs. Because I have 10 of them to paint already, because I have them at home. some of them have to be converted because they don't have the right kind of weapon on their hands. So it's gonna be fun to convert those guys. It's gonna be a tricky job, but it's part of the hobby, converting minis. Oh shoot. Okay, let's have I feel like I'm getting better at this. It's already, you know, painting minis every Thursday is already starting to give me what I want, which is getting better at this. Because so far I really like those horses. But you can't imagine the amount of work there is even before I start to paint them. I have to put them together. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces to put together, and then I need to fix that on a round base that I like to use when I play, because originally the base was very basic oval base, which is not really what I like. So I like these bases, so need to glue them. You can almost still see the base under the horse with the body around. Yeah, I find a nice position and it's starting to be enjoyable. it's not there yet when I sculpt, which is strange because it's kind of the same position, but I like this camera angle, and I starting to enjoy this. That's probably why I'm getting better at this actually. Happy to say that. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to darken a little bit the nostrils. Ah, t'es prête? Je vais te donner les timbres. J'ai les timbres verts. Bah, tu demandes à Madeleine. Là, il est 3h30, 3h20. Je demande à Madeleine un thème normal, souvent. Okay. Okay, let's do the last one, and then I can start the fabric. I wonder if it's... I hesitate to do the black one, and I'm gonna wait and see what it's gonna look like with the fabric and everything. I'm wondering if I'm doing a gray one while I'm sticking with the browns, and I feel like I want to stick with the browns. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the browns. Yeah. Oh, pardon. The milky chocolate color on the tail is so pretty. Yeah. But I have a page. Jeez. I have a page with all kind of different horses. So I get inspired. Come on, telephone, shut up. Thank you. Wood burning sound is very appropriate now since winter is back. Yeah, he's back here too. Yeah, the temperature are nothing to do with what happened before yesterday. Last Sunday I was beside the lake. Yeah, tout à l'heure. On the sand, taking the sun. And today the chimney is hot. Yeah, doesn't sound like spring. Doesn't feel like spring. Yeah, that's what they say. We have some part in France or it's supposed to snow tomorrow. So of course Alduin is hoping that it will happen in Brittany, but it rarely snows in Brittany. It's always rain. Rain, 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 rain. Personally I prefer rain than snow, but it depends if I have something to do outside. Yeah, like snow. When you stay home and you don't have to take your car. Yeah, snow is cool. But when you need stuff and everything is blocked everywhere because of the snow, that's where it's less cool. Okay, first coat. Now, second coat. I need a second coat on this guy. Thank you. where did I start? Where did I start? I don't remember. I'm gonna start trying to create myself the gold, not using the metallic gold I have, because it's crap and every time I use it it looks horrible. But I know some painters do their own gold, like I do with my ballpoint pen, with yellow and a little bit of green and brown, and painting yellow, painting gold, not with gold but with actual colors. It looks so much better when it's done right. So I'm gonna start trying to do that, because I hate what I'm doing with my metallic gold color. It's too thick and doesn't cover very well, so it's very horrible. So I'm gonna try that. I'm starting to feel confident I can do that with the gold. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a lot of gold in those horses, just this little piece there and there. So maybe it's a good start. Okay, second coat of paint done. Now need to lighten certain part. I'm curious, if you accidentally paint an area with an intended color, is it possible to use something there to remove the color area? What I'm trying to do is to work with very thin layers. That's how it's supposed to be, so you don't lose the sculpt behind the paint. So if you do that, and because it's acrylic, all you need to do is just repaint over it. That's all you need to do. Actually, it's like, I painting brown on those stuff everywhere. I didn't start to paint them, but if they were white or another color already, I just have to come back with that color and paint over it. That's what is cool about the acrylic, is that nothing is grave in marble. You can even change your mind and change the color of the horsehair, for example. And if I decided to do them blonde white color, and then I realize, oh, maybe it's better in black. I can do that, or I can do the opposite actually as well. Maybe I will need two coat of paint to cover the black, but it's possible. That's why you need to work with very thin layers, not thick paint. And that's why I have this wet palette there, so the paint stay quite thin. And that's why you need good quality paint, which is not what I have. Because your paint needs to have enough pigment in there for you to be able to wet it with water enough to get a nice and fluid paint. So you're not working with thick layers. It's very thin paint because it's very fluid with the water. But if you don't have enough pigment in your paint is going to be quite transparent. So that means you're going to have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 coats of paint to achieve what you want to achieve. So it's good to have a little bit of transparency, because that way you can keep the color behind, underneath, and play with it with lighter tones for simulate the light hitting this space here, for example, and this space here, so you can implement the muscles, even if the sculpt is not that good, and there is a little bit muscle or missing a little bit, you can paint them with your that's the big difference from how I start to paint those minis many years ago, and what I try to do now is that what I'm trying to do is paint the same way that I will do on the canvas, on a 2D drawing, creating volumes and lights and gold color and everything, but I do it on a 3D object. So it's not the volume of the object that create the light and the shadows, because it's only working in certain amount of light hitting the mini, which is not always the case on the table. So instead of just waiting for the mini to do the job, you do it yourself with painting. So you putting more lighter tones where the muscle is bumping, like here and here and here and here. Everywhere you see the muscle coming out, you add a little bit of light color, so you create light and shadows and volume. And it's a way more efficient way of painting minis, because when you do that, the simple way, which is just cover the whole area with the color you want, and then you add a little bit of wash over it. So what the wash is doing is, as it's a very liquid color, it goes in every orifice, and instead of adding a lighter tone on the bumping muscle, you adding darker tone on everything that is hollow. So it kind of works sometimes for some stuff, but if you have a very bad mini, for example, you can't really do you can't do that way, because it's gonna look crap anyway. But if you're a good painter and you can work your volume and light and shadows and everything without, you know, having a great mini, you can make the mini pretty good looking. Even if the surface was flat, you can add, you know, details and stuff that was not there. You can add, you know, wrinkles and muscle definition and stuff. It's way more fun to do, but need to practice, and that's why I want to paint every Thursday now, because I didn't find the time. I don't find the time to practice. The fact that we need minis for the demonstration videos now force me to do it, because I want, you know, I want good looking minis so we look serious on camera. So it forced myself to find a way to practice more, and I'm quite happy about it actually, because like I said at the beginning, I already, you know, starting to feel that it's coming. It's very exciting. I'm sure they will look so beautiful on video. I hope so, because there is two factors. There is the quality of the minis and the stuff I'm gonna build around. So they are, you know, very well included in on the table. But there is as well the quality of the camera, the light, everything, and that's not, you know, in my control. That's Sebastian's stuff, and he said that he have what we need, so we'll see. I'll see, because, you know, Sebastian is you know, needs to work. All right, as long as it's working, it's okay. Yeah, well, it needs to look good. Yeah, all right. So I guess it's a good thing already, and I don't even have to wait after the videos to, you know, photograph them and you know, and put those pictures on the rule book to explain stuff now, because, you know, when we started the rule book, we didn't have any minis that we can present, so I started to draw stuff, you know, to show how we move minis. But now that we have miniatures, we can take pictures and show it with the pictures, with the minis, so that's much better. Alright, so how many white hair? We have black. Yeah, we're gonna do black on this one as well. Yeah, let's do black. Yeah, I can't wait to see the riders on top of their horses, because I'm gonna paint the riders on their own as well, because that's the way we are supposed to do that, because painting them together, it's pretty tricky when there is a lot of detail like that. I already glued my orcs on top of the board, and I regret that already. So I guess I'm gonna have to unglue them, so I can paint the board on their own, and then paint the orcs, because having them like that already on top of their, you know, it's quite tricky to paint. Really, what you need to paint, like the buckle of the belt right there, it's almost impossible to reach. And then now I need to transform that, because I want them to have spears. Every rider will have spears on those videos, so both, you know, both sides we have the same weapon, almost the same characteristic. So the only difference will be, you know, your strategy. Who is gonna be the cleverest? Because luck don't have a huge part in our game. There is a little bit of luck, because there is always a little bit of luck on the battlefield anyway. But most of the work will be about how you're gonna play. What kind of little surprises you're gonna pull out of your sleeves to surprise your opponent and destabilize his army to a point where you're gonna win the game. I'm gonna try to finish this one, finish the skin of this one, and then I'm gonna stop there, because Aurora, we're gonna need the computer when she came back, and there is no point of starting something new when I will have like a full 4 hours this evening to do so. So I'm just gonna finish the skin of this horse, and I will have all my horses with the skin on already. So this evening will be all about the saddle and all this equipment the horse having on his back. So it's gonna be like detailed and with little things to paint, but the whole thing is gonna take shape with this, and they will all have the same color because it's the color of the army. So the only thing that don't have the same colors are the horse themselves. I just need to be careful, because I already this horse in that position. I don't want to have two horses in the same. I have three actually. Three horses in the same position. So I'm gonna put more brown on those hair, so they don't really look like the same. Need to find little tricks to take away the fact that there is three models actually. I have three models. And I have three of the same model, so I have 1, 2, 3, and one of them I have 4 actually, I think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So yeah, it's all about, you know, finding colors that don't really say, hey look, it's the same horse. And the guy on top of him gonna be different as well, so that's gonna help as well to make it different. But with just a little bit of brown here should be enough to make it look different. They have both this stupid hairstyle there. Looks ridiculous, but it's the fashion of those Romans. And Archéens are Romans after all, so. Okay, that's good enough. Black socks. Okay, a little bit of no, I don't think so. No, no. Let's make really different and not doing the stain on his front head. Yeah, I think it is more surprising, like you said, even more interesting when no luck is involved during gameplay. Yeah, I mean, there is always a little bit of luck. Otherwise, the game is done. you know. But one thing is for sure is that if you have, 10 really well trained military guys with good weaponry fighting 10's peasant with their forks, I don't think luck is gonna do that much on that fight. But if you have one hero with everything on his back in front of 30 peasants, I don't think the hero is gonna make it. Because it's just the sheer number of guys in front of you, and maybe they are not military trained, but they have forks and spiky things in their hands. So yeah, it's all about what is logic, and that's Sebastian's work actually. Make sure that the balance of things are, and that's why he's rewriting a lot of stuff right now on the rulebook, because there is some mistakes on the actual version that is due to a lot of changing and not really realizing that this had not been changed and stuff. So normally in April, that's what it is planned, we should have another version of the rulebook with a lot of correction and with some introduction of the big weaponry like cannons and stuff. Magic is going to be introduced as well. Yeah. Yo, FX. Comment ça va? T'as réglé l'histoire de ta carte? Moi ça va, nickel. Je travaille sur mes chevaux depuis ce matin et ça se passe bien. Je suis bien, bonne position. Ils sont plutôt bien, donc alors. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty awesome story. One thing will be awesome is that when we're gonna do report of our games, we're gonna write down everything that happened during the game, and some of those games will be history, So that's gonna be fun to have somebody that can take what is being done during the game and turn it into an epic battle that is part of Iridium's story. Because that's gonna be that's have to be done in one point. I need to shut one of my eyes to be able to do that, and I'm not even doing it properly. Yeah, that's kind of okay. Okay, looks like this is, you want to stick in there? Come on, stick in there. Thank you. Looks like I'm done with those horses. For the horse's skin. So I guess I'm gonna check if everything has been painted on the other ones. I'm gonna do a final oh no, the noses. I want to have a darker nose. Oh, sorry about the mic. There we go. Okay, so we have the legs, the sabot, the eyes, the ears, and the mouth. Okay, this one is done. This one, we have the legs. Maybe I can just add a little bit of contrast in there. Let's see. Okay, so we have the legs, we have the color of the skin, we have the eyes, and the nose is done as well. Okay, this one is done. This one right now looks strange, so I hope it will look good in the end. This one looks like, you know, the Native American horses with all the black, with the big, you know, stain of white on their bodies. So it looks good when there is no equipment in their back, but looks incomplete right now. So hopefully that impression will be gone when the rest of the equipment will be painted. Oh, the eyes are not painted right now. So it's 1, and 2. All right, this one is done as well. Now this one, the eyes are not painted either. And what are you doing? Okay, the skin looks good. I'm going to put a little bit of contrast in there. There as well. Okay. Done. Now. Ok, ça c'est bon. Ok. Ok. Some of them looks cooler than others, but I guess we need to have a little bit of everything. Oh yeah, more contrast in there as well. Okay. Now this one. And finally, the black one. I wonder if I'm gonna paint those. The dark brown one looks very cool. Which one? This one? This one really looked like a cowboy horse. Ok. Hein?
Est-ce qu'il nous reste un voile d'hivernage?
Un voile d'hivernage, c'est quoi ça?
Tu sais, c'est l'espèce de voile blanc qu'on met sur les arbres.
Ah, c'est super chiant.
Je sais, mais là, il y a de la pelle qui tombe.
Ouais, je sais, mais la dernière fois on a essayé de le mettre, ça a cassé des branches. Et les branches sont trop fines sur notre pêcher. Quasiment impossible à mettre ce truc. Ouais, mais j'ai fini là. J'ai fini. Je peins les sabots là et j'ai fini. Je ferai le reste ce soir. Voilà. Okay, that's it for now. The shortest one. Alright, I'm gonna paint all the equipment, the saddle and everything this evening, so I guess I'm gonna finish those horses this evening, because it looks like it goes faster than I thought. So if you're around, you're welcome to come back, and if not, I wish you a good rest of the day. Take care, and see you next time. Allez, bye bye.